Is it rolling, Bob? And there we go.
That's recorded?
That's us going now.
Bloody hell, right, okay.
Here we are. How's it going?
I'm alright.
Alright. So here we are, Vablab.
Is this actually being
This is it, this is us just doing
it. Right,
We're just
okay,
doing
sorry,
it now. 21 seconds in or something.
Thanks very much for having me.
Hang on a second. Guys, what are you doing? You're battering in pizza. There's more chat over there. Turn the cameras round. Something's happening. Alright. Aye. Yeah, no.
I can't figure out if we're on or not. Like,
We're on. Well, we kind of are. I mean, we can start at any time, really.
Right.
The way I imagine it, right? There'll be like, we'll either have some start, but the artwork. You're doing the artwork for it, yeah, totally. We'll have the artwork. It'll say, you know, what the art of being sound, right? And then maybe even we'll animate it slightly, somewhat. There'll be a bit of a theme tune thing. And then it'll just cut into some chat somewhere. It doesn't need to be this moment here.
Okay.
So we'll just keep rolling, and we'll pick. What I might do is like find if there's any interesting bit of the chat, put that at the start, and then you know. Have that at the start and then have the rest of the chat elsewhere. And if there's any fuck up, so you need to go to the loo, we can cut that in with a wee bit of film or a wee bit of music or something to cover that up. And we'll maybe have a wee cut when we go over to the sofa to do the music.
Keep all this in, man.
Music bits,
cool,
yeah. You think this is alright what we're doing, yeah. I actually had 2 gold microphones for us, but
I like the gold
you like
mic.
the one's cool.
The gold mic is really...
It's all working out, man.
So Elvis.
It's all working out. How's the rum and coffee?
It's going down alright, man. But I'm gonna, I've got to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna keep it on the old.
Yeah, it is. It's quite strong.
Well, thanks for getting me in anyway on the Pink Moon.
Yeah.
Great album.
Hey, great album. Only half an hour long, maybe less, 28 minutes.
That's a fun fact for everyone out there as well.
Hey, all about the fun facts.
Okay.
It's one of my favourite albums, and it's apparently been like. He didn't want to. He got fed up with having too much orchestration in the band on the first couple of albums. He wanted to try something just himself and an engineer. Went ahead and done it, and it's all the better for it. My favourite Nick Drake album. I think it might have been. Yeah, he did what three major albums. Yeah, I believe so. There's other stuff. There's loads of bootleg stuff, isn't there? Just him in his flat and all that.
Things,
Pink Moon's my favourite, and it's a Pink Moon tonight, so good time to start doing this.
Moon. Yeah,
totally.
Alright. And where are we? You need to introduce that.
Right, the Vablab, Chaz Williams' place. I'll mention it a few times, you know, here and there. Tonight, on every episode, we'll mention a wee something about where we are. Vablab, Chaz Williams. Well, it's apt. Half the reason I want to do the first one, just me and yourself. And I'd like to have you on a few of these as well, you know. But I remember finding this place. Remember the Supermoon? It was a Supermoon.
You said it was a brother moon.
Was that a brother moon as well, right? And it was also a Supermoon, right? And we were out for the Supermoon. We went out, had like a magic night. It's like a magic night. We were coming back, had like a kebab from the place across the road, right? We're walking along. You think the night's over, and we're like winding down. We saw these like paintings of Bob Dylan and stuff in the windows. Like, go and check that out. Jimi Hendrix and things like that. Come over here. We're like, oh, that's amazing. They had like Spider-Man, cast iron Spider-Man and stuff in the window, looking at all this stuff, and it's like, fuck, there's someone moving about in there. It was almost scary, wasn't it? He had like a mask on and stuff like that, and he's looking about, and it was like, he took the mask off. It was like, all right, Willie. It was like Chaz. It was like a guy I've known for years, hadn't seen him in ages. I was like, you know, come on in. I came in, it was like, had the Yellow Submarine.
Great one, yeah.
Beatles signatures on a.
And he's doing a Summer of Love thing.
Yeah.
In a couple of weeks. When is it?
The 26th of May. Upstairs in here. Should be good. Medical Glass Company's playing it.
Alright.
Lots of other acts. Alright.
Yeah.
Seen the poster for it's quite nice. It's got like a Grateful Dead style. Yeah, no, it's nice. It's got like it's this woman in the middle with some black sunglasses.
Yeah.
That'll be good. That'll be a good night.
Well, hope I can make it.
Hey, you can make it, man. So I thought it was a good, from that, these cosmic kind of meetings and things like that, we could have walked past and not noticed that, and we would never be here now. We'd never be doing the gig in the summer.
Yeah.
We were on our way.
I hope he's all right with us being here.
We kind of forced our way in. We just thought, this nice place you got, man. Can we start doing podcasts and that? That'll be cool.
Just watching these standards, like, oh man, when are these guys going to leave?
He's shivering under a blanket.
Aye, totally.
Well, I don't know. I think it's a great place. If anyone, they should come down, check out his art as well. And if anyone can afford it, should buy some of these pieces that he's got.
Is he still got the Beatles? We were saying that earlier.
I think it's gone. I've not seen it. No, he had the Beatles Yellow Submarine with all the signatures and things on it. John, Paul, George, and Ringo, all on one piece of paper.
I'm having a look at there. He's got. Actually, maybe we should be saying it's Jerry Rafferty's guitar.
Yeah, Jerry Rafferty's guitar in here.
Something by the Animals.
Yeah, Beatles, Stones, all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's all gone. Like,
it's got a Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
It was the first time when I saw that Beatles thing, it blew my mind, because it was the first time I'd seen all 4 Beatles signatures on one piece of paper. And he built this Yellow Submarine thing around it. And it's amazing. Totally amazing.
But does he not have loads of Beatles signatures, or was that just like...
He's got a folder of all, like, John, Paul, George and Ringo signatures. Loads of them.
What a hero.
All throughout the 60s. That one with all 4 on them is from like 66, so around about when they were doing Revolver. Totally amazing.
That's mind blowing.
Yeah.
That was a mad night when we came in here.
That was a magic night. Do you remember, like, we just came round to like listen to records, right, and have an easy going night, and then we're like, oh, we could play at the jazz bar, so we'll head up there. So we're walking up George IV Bridge, and it was like really windy and stuff, and it was like, oh, is this going to be good? Do you remember walking past that old lady at the bus stop?
Aye, Mrs. Ganesh.
She winked. She had like one of those spooky doll heads, like it's turned and like winked. You saw that as well.
Yeah.
That freaked me out.
Yeah.
I was glad you saw it too. It's like stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, it was great, man. Playing what was it? A whole lot of shaking going on for about 9 hours.
Yeah. Blew you away on harmonica.
People ballroom dancing and all that.
Yeah, it was good.
It was cracking.
We had a good night.
Yeah.
Then we went to see, what was it, Paradise Palms? They had the guy with the 7-foot claymore sword and the gear who was doing the funky music. Shake the poo nanny, shake the poo nanny, shake the poo. Amazing.
What a great time to be alive, man.
That was a magic night. And that's what I'm talking about.
Since, to be totally honest with
you. Yeah. Well, it's like a cosmic night. We had all these good things happened, and then we ended up here.
Yeah.
And you ended up here seeing all this stuff, and now we're doing this. Leads to this.
Ah.
Strange, isn't it?
Great stuff. And what else are you getting on tonight?
On tonight? Tonight? Yeah. Well, we're going to try and do the first 3 episodes tonight.
Right, okay.
So trying to pace ourselves.
The
fourth wall. Yeah, we're going to try and do 3 tonight, so I'm trying to pace ourselves and do, have a few rooms and get 3 episodes in tonight.
All right. Good stuff.
But this is the first one, and I think it's apt. It's yourself.
I'm honoured, man. I don't really know.
We'll get a tune from you later on.
We could have got a million better people than me.
I don't think so, man. Not at all. Yeah. So, we'll get a tune from you later on.
That'd be good. I'd like that.
You've been recording some new stuff?
Yeah, well, I did an EP. It's not finished yet, but I've done a wee EP.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say who's on it?
Mm-hmm.
John McKenzie.
Oh, right.
You'll be speaking to in a bit. Angus Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Kay, who a lot of people know, and a guy called Ewan McKenna.
Yeah.
Who's just sort of one of these guys that crops up. So yeah, no, I've just been doing that.
He's the fella that was playing Kurt Cobain in 2017.
He was playing. He's kind of, he looks a bit like Kurt Cobain.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pretty strange character, but he's got a great voice.
Yeah.
Good guitar player. So yeah, no, I just went in and just did some stuff for it, just 4 tunes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll play one of them a wee bit, maybe.
All right. What song are you going to play?
What am I doing? Almond River.
I like that one. I heard that before. You sent it over.
Oh, certainly, yeah, certainly.
Sounds great. I like it a lot, man.
Cheers. Yeah. So I'll do that one. But yeah, no, it's just I'm not finished it yet. It's all got to be like mixed and everything like that.
Yeah.
Did
you enjoy recording it?
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good. It was kind of a mad thing to do. Like, it was the first time I'd ever been like, right, you do this and you do that and whatever else. But no, it was good, man. It was good. I really enjoyed it. it's good to spend a bit of time with your mates. Just
Mm-hmm.
and when if you've been playing with like people that for a while, it's kind of good to sit down and just be able to play, and like you don't have to stress too much about them. But yeah, that was good. It was good fun. Yeah, and we'll maybe do it again. You never know.
Recording's good, but I always find like you do it and you've made the recording, and then it's like, oh no, now I need to put it out. Like how to put it out, how to get it out there. I need to do social media stuff and things like that. The making is actually the most fun bit.
Yeah.
Writing the songs, record the songs.
Yeah, totally.
It's all the best bit.
Yeah. I'll leave that to other people, man. I'm not into all that.
Do you like mixing?
Yeah, I mean, being in the studio is probably the thing I like the most.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love playing live and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like being in the studio is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'd love to do is just like, if I had the money and the time, I'd love to just get a studio for like half a year and just go in there and, I don't know, throw things at the wall and see what happens.
Yeah.
And just really go to town.
Totally.
I was listening to like something the other day about Revolver,
Mm-hmm.
and they were talking about recording Tomorrow Never Knows.
Yeah.
And like they had like all the tapes going through the different rooms and all that kind of thing. That just blew my mind, because obviously at the time you could do that now, like press a button.
Yeah.
But that really blew my mind, that they were like, I had all these engineers in different rooms feeding bits in there, and like, you know, backwards
tapes going all the way around the studio.
Around the studio, that was really cool.
Yeah, and they all did their own loops, I think, for that as well. So some were done by George, brought in some loops, Paul brought in some loops. They all had their own. It's cool.
Ringo was just eating a cornetto in the canteen. Like.
Apparently, John Lennon wanted to hang from a rope in the middle of the studio and spin around and sing so they could get the vocal effect.
I hope that's true. Like.
They were like, we can put it through a Leslie, it's fine, you don't need to do that.
Grow up, John. Yeah. So no, so it's good, man. It's good fun recording and all that kind of thing. So yeah, we'll see what happens with it all. But yeah, I kind of just did it for myself, really. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. See what happens.
It's a good reason to do it. You know, you've been playing in a band for years, and now you want to do something for yourself. And I think
absolutely,
it's a good thing. It sounds good. I was surprised that your voice on it, having heard you sitting around singing, it's really clear. Your singing's great on these recordings.
Cheers, man. Yeah. That's the difference between a good mic.
Yeah.
And a rubbish singer. No, cheers, man. Yeah, it came up pretty good.
Yeah.
I sound like loads higher than I, in my own head. I'm always just like, I sound like I'm constantly stoned. Or something like that.
I get that. I even wondered about this podcast. I mean, is it the best? The Edinburgh accent, or my accent, say, which is a typical Edinburgh accent, but it's quite nasal. It's like right down the back. All right. Welcome to Edinburgh.
Oh, cheers. I'm going to go home.
So who knows how this will even sound, but we're going to try, you know. Why not?
But everyone hates their own voice.
I think so, yeah. You hear it back, it never sounds the way you want it.
What bit of Edinburgh are you from?
All around. I was brought up, I've been in all the, like, say, when as a small child, Wester Hales for a bit, then Leith for a bit, then Craigmillar for a bit. You know, Gilmerton, stayed there. Gilmerton. All these places. I'm in Portobello.
I know.
It's about the nicest place I've been. Real cool by the beach, looking out onto the beach. So.
It's weird, that, man. It's kind of a weird thing. I was thinking about it the other day, because like I was. don't like go off on, but I was brought up in Brixton, London. Cool. That was when I was born, and like grew up there for a bit. And then I moved up to Edinburgh when I was like 7, and I didn't know what to do. Like I just felt really, I don't know. It was a weird experience, because I kind of like I come from like Brixton, and then moved up here, and it was all just a bit like people talking about haggis and going to Morningside and all that kind of thing. So this is a mad thing. So it's kind of strange, man. And I lived here for so long now that it's just.
Well, it's probably quite hard. When would that have been? The 80s or the 90s? Early 90s?
Late 80s when I moved up there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a harder place then, Edinburgh. You know, everywhere's got hard. A lot of the old areas have been knocked down now. Say Craigmillar, you go down there, and all of that's been demolished, and they've got up new houses and that. So a lot of people don't know. Like if I take my son down there and go, oh, this was like, you know, tough area back in the day. It doesn't look tough. It doesn't seem, you know, because it got all new. Looks pretty nice actually. Yeah.
Like chips out my shoe and all that.
Yeah. That was grim though. I used to like go down to the bus stop and oh man, you know, it's still shit going to the bus stop actually. Wherever you are, it's grey. But you got these trackers now. You know when something's going to come. You used to have to wait and never know. Live in a mystery. But anyway, Edinburgh, I don't know. The best, I like living down Portobello. I think it's like a lot of, it's scenic. I can look out the window at any time, and even if it's stormy, you see some interesting, you know, even if the waves are violent and things like that, it looks great. Best thing I saw one night was there was like a lightning storm out the window late at night, and I'm listening to music, like psychedelic music and things like that, leaning out my window, and there's like lightning all over the sea.
Yeah.
And people in the city, they wouldn't know how much lightning there was. It all seemed to be out over the sea. It was magic. It was one of the most magic things, you know, that I'd seen in this city.
That's a good place, man. It's a good city to live in, I suppose.
Totally. Yeah. But so you've not got such a strong Scottish accent then, in a sense, because
I used to have like a real, like, I was like,
what's it like? Alright, mate.
Or something. I had a proper like London accent.
Yeah.
And then I moved up here.
Yeah.
You can still hear it sometimes, occasionally, I think, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I was just thinking about it the other day. It was like watching Trainspotting 2, and I was kind of like, oh man, yeah, because I did grow up here, but I was like, there's a kind of cut off. And like loads of mates were like, I remember like growing up in Leith and all that. I was just like, man, I was cutting about like a Pearly King in the early 80s, man. I can't remember like that. But,
yeah.
But it's cool. No, I don't think I'll leave it like that.
Yeah, that's a different. It's different now. It's totally different. Edinburgh's a totally different place, I think, than it was then.
Oh, 100%.
It was shitty. I mean, it might go that way again. It was shitty in the 80s, early 90s. Grim. Grim. But in some ways, in some respects, it's getting worse. Like, say, Portobello, they used to have like 3 arcades and a bit of a fun fair and some dodgems and all that, and now all that's, you know, there's 1 arcade left and it's a bit dilapidated, and they're not trying to do up anything like that, and they're not trying to make any more stuff for the kids and that. They could do with thinking about making that more of an interesting place. I was talking to some guys who live there who want to make a festival in Portobello, like a music festival.
Really?
Yeah, in the summer. Could be good.
Amazing.
I don't know, I don't think they'll get it in time for this year, but maybe next year. What's your thoughts on Willie Nelson?
What are my thoughts about Willie Nelson?
Yeah.
I think he's kind of a genius, really, isn't he? I was watching loads of live stuff the other day.
Yeah.
It's something that, like, John's kind of in the corner there, but like it's something we were talking about the other day, like his phrasing on songs is just unbelievable.
He always changes it live as well. It's like always different. It's like improvisation. Yeah.
But I don't know, I think there's a whole thing where he's like, I don't stress about stuff. And I kind of think that's pretty cool, because it kind of comes across when he's playing. He's just got that kind of, that apparently he's going on tour again with Bob Dylan. I read today. They
do it every summer. They do all the baseball parks.
Really?
Yeah. And it's a family show as well. Kids get in for free. So it's like,
really?
Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
Totally. So that people can come with their families and all hang out together.
We used to get to take our kids to like Commonwealth Pool. What a shame.
Aye, man. I'd love that. Willie Nelson every summer.
Yeah.
I got to see him once.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. Ian Stoddart, who used to play drums in William Douglas and the Wheel, his mum's a really nice person. She got me a ticket for Willie Nelson. She had like spare ticket, and she asked for to go along. Yeah. And at the time, I knew like On the Road Again and I knew some greatest hits, and I thought, I quite like Willie Nelson. I'll go along, and that was it. You know, I just knew a few songs. And I went into the gig, and I'd seen like Neil Young at the Playhouse, and I'd seen Bob. I'd seen all these people, so you know, I wasn't prepared to be blown away. And then I quite liked it. It came out, and I quite liked the show. But as the show went on, I started feeling better and better. Yeah. And it's a really warm feeling off of his band, and they're not tight. They're like a really loose affair. Yeah. I started to feel better and better, like I was in a living room with him.
Yeah.
Got this really good vibe off Willie Nelson.
Amazing.
And it stuck, and that was it. And I didn't go away and listen to loads of stuff then either. It just like that planted the seed was that live performance. And then years later, when Saul got ill, my son Saul got ill, for the sake of the podcast, and that he had brain cancer, so we were in hospital for like 100 days. And me and Ruth would swap places. Ruth's here filming tonight. We would swap places, so I'd do a day, she'd do a day with Saul, because we've got another son, Theo. Someone have to spend time with him. Anyway, what I did to pass the time was read books by Willie Nelson. Just like that time, I needed something positive voice in my head and all that. So, read books by Willie Nelson. I just got more and more into it. Yeah, he's an amazing guy, totally amazing guy, an amazing viewpoint on life and all that. He's lost a son. You know, he's been through tragedy in his own life, but still finds a way to see positive in life. You know, always finds a good way of looking at it. He believes in positive thinking, believes in not worrying. And he believes creative imagination rules the universe. Take from that whatever you will.
He's amazing. I sent it to you I think last week or something, but there's a interview with him and Kinky Friedman,
it's cool.
Who's like amazing. He's totally like the king of one-liners. But
have you read that book? Is it any good? What's the
Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die?
That's a good one. You've got that, a copy, like a signed copy, haven't you?
I've got a signed copy of that somewhere,
That's such a good gift for someone. That's for your birthday.
I know.
What happened again? Someone came in?
Free. One of them, a guy that comes in the shop was like, I got you a copy of Roll Me Up and Smoke Me When I Die. I was like, oh, nice one, man, that's really kind of you. And he was like, yeah, and it had, he was like, I got it from like the Phoenix Library or something like that. But he's like, he lives here, but he's like, I got it from the Phoenix Library, so he bought it from somebody. And he's like, it's got a Willie Nelson signature in it. I thought, that can't be right, man. But I opened up and sure enough there's like Willie Nelson's signature, and it's like the end written in Willie Nelson's handwriting in the back. So
that's cool, eh?
Yeah, it's really cool, man. And it's a great book. You can kind of just dive into it. There's no like, you don't have to sort of start from the beginning. It's all just like little things about, you know, from his family and his mates and all that kind of thing. Kinky Friedman does the sort of what's the word for it? The introduction to it and all that, you know. But that interview that I sent you the other day, it was like in the 90s, and he just finished his Willie Nelson just finished paying off his tax bill, which was like $30 million or something like that. And he was like,
he lost everything. He lost everything at that point, and they says like, go bankrupt, and he didn't want to go bankrupt because then all the people who he owed money to wouldn't be able to pay them back. So he decided to stick with it, and people just helped him out, helped him get back to where he was. So apparently what happened was that they said, when he was given the news that all this was going on, they said, so what are you going to do? Because you've got to claim bankruptcy. You know, the guy was in the office with him. He goes, well, I'm going to go and relax, I'm going to smoke a joint, I'm going to play golf, and then I'm going to decide what I'm going to do. And he just decided to go with it and to not declare bankruptcy. People came in and helped him out because all the goodwill he'd put out over the years. And like by the time you were watching that, he'd paid it off, and now he's back to where he was, if not better, you know.
What a guy.
Some guy.
I was going to say, have you heard Jim Sullivan? He's got an album he had an album called UFO.
Yeah. You sent that over the other night, I had a listen.
Is it Jim Sullivan? I'm sure he got his
What was the story again? He went out to...
Well, he was a musician in LA, like in the late, like all through the 60s and into the early 70s. And he was really good, and he's got a song called UFO, which is amazing. It's really worth a listen. But he was like, he wasn't really getting anywhere. He was kind of playing in that, but he was mates with all these people like Harry Dean Stanton, like Peter Fonda, all, you know, the kind of like great and good of LA. And they were like, well, and he's like, I've got no money. But they said, well, I'll tell you what, man, we'll club together and we'll pay for you to record this album. So he recorded this album called UFO, which I really like. It took me a couple of listens to get into, you know. But he just, he like no one knows what happened to him. He sort of drove out into the middle of the desert, left everything behind, and he's basically never been found. So there's this whole thing about like,
he got beamed up by a UFO.
Of course
he must have done.
Yeah. The clue is in the album title. But yeah, no, I thought it was really cool because he was like, I've got no money, so all his mates were just like, here you go, because they were obviously like making quite a lot of money doing all these films and that. Yeah.
It sounds good as well. I mean, as I say, if we can get some of that, or if we can't get on one of these playlists, people should look it up. You know, it's on YouTube and things. Jim Sullivan, right? UFO. That's cool. Yeah.
It's a good album. It's a really good album. It's one of these kind of weird, and it's like this wee story is good as well because you kind of go, oh yeah, that's quite interesting, man. And like I remember seeing the album cover and being like, that's quite mad. It's like a picture of his face, but it's all kind of. He obviously was like, yeah, to make it all look really sort of like I've been beamed up by a UFO. Alright, fair enough, man. But yeah, no, it's worth checking out. But I liked all that. I liked all that kind of thing of being like, oh, I've got no money, so your mate's got. There you go, man. Take it.
Fair dues. It's the way it should be.
Yeah,
it's the way it should be.
Absolutely.
It's hard to do that with money because people are very much, you know, it's like everyone should be perceived, or they feel like they should be perceived to always be taking it for yourself. Like there's something wrong if you're just giving to friends or something like that.
Yeah.
We have a nice, like, say we like, you've given me a lot of like Grateful Dead records, things like that. You know, I appreciate that, man.
That's alright.
It's a good thing to do.
That's alright.
Yeah, I don't know, and there's something in that.
Well, you've got to pass these things on, haven't you? You just got to, like, you can't just. I like that. I like that if somebody kind of comes up and goes, "Here's a record," you know. That's kind of a good thing because you're like, oh yeah. And even if it's like something you're not into, you're like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's a nice thing to have.
It's one of the nicest things to get as a record. You know, as a gift-wise. I think definitely.
Yeah.
A new record. Go home and like, oh, I'll check it out. You know. Definitely.
I shouldn't be saying this, man. I work in a record shop, man. Just give them that duff record.
Oh, usually I charge people, but yeah, why not?
Totally, man.
We are doing a Grateful Dead night on the 22nd, aren't we?
Yeah.
22nd of April.
22nd of April.
Hopefully this gets out before. We'll do it.
It'll be out, man, yeah. 22nd of April.
Yeah.
At the Voodoo Rooms. So yeah, no, it'll be good. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be 2 45-minute sets. And then we've got a guy called Jake, who I think is called Dr. Is it Dr.
Awkward?
Dr. Awkward.
Yeah. He's an interesting dude as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Get him on at some point.
He's quite a fruity character. Like, he's DJing, and a guy called Nigel Ross, who's just like, he's an alien. If there's ever an alien on this planet.
What's Nigel? I only met him at the Grateful Dead. We went to see the 50th anniversary Grateful Dead concert in the cinema, and he was there.
Well, no, I used to work with Nigel, and he's a Glaswegian guy. He's been around he's done everything. You know, he's like one of these guys, and he's just a really interesting character. But he's really supportive of people like who are in, you know, like kind of creative people. He's always like goes to gigs and things like that, and he's not, you know, he won't mind me saying this, but he's like not been keeping too great, but he kind of comes out and does things, and he's always like looking out for you and stuff like that, you know, so yeah, he's a good guy.
And he's a big time Deadhead.
Like massively, yeah. When Dead or the Fairly Well concert, he was actually gonna go to it. His wife was like, let's get some tickets, but he looked at the ticket price and thought, man,
you see,
so not very happy. Like.
That was another one of these things where I went to it and I didn't expect all that much, so I agreed to go, and you were there, John McKenzie was there, who was on the next episode, or one of the next episodes. Went along to it, and I remember I'd been playing a gig with Miracle Glass Company or something like that, and I got dropped off maybe somewhere near town, and then I cut through the cemetery on the way, had a smoke. On the way, got on the bus, had another smoke before I went in the cinema, right, and watched the Grateful Dead movie, and it was all going fine and it was all good until they got to the drum solo, like the percussion solo of Mickey Hart.
Yeah,
it was incredible. I was laughing at first. At first, I just laughed like this is insane, and then it just went on, and it got better and better. That was like the highlight of that gig, and then everything afterwards was better after that too. It made me feel he's an interesting guy. Yeah, Mickey Hart. You've seen some of his updates online, and he's into elevating the brain and what music can do for the brain and things like that. He's an interesting guy. I actually had a dream about Mickey Hart last night, right? This is true.
Nightmare.
No, it was a good dream. I dreamt that I got given this, you know, like that big George Harrison book, like a huge Grateful Dead book. It was too big to read almost. It was like I couldn't even hold it. It was massive, right? And it was all this stuff. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. And Mickey Hart came along, and he was there, and he told me he'd designed the new Portobello High School, and that he designed it in a way that it would elevate everyone's brains, like all the students, so that they... so like if you sit, everything was kind of mentally stimulating, so whether you sit a certain way and it would affect the brain a certain way, and I was loving it. It was such a cool dream, and he seemed like a nice guy as well, man. But yeah, Mickey Hart's an interesting guy. That's so back to the Grateful Dead thing. That kind of was a big changing point for me, and what they said at the end of that gig was like
the film.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I know, because
it was being shown live everywhere around the world, right?
Yeah.
And they all took time to say everything at the end, like what's his name? I was thinking of Phil Lesh. Was talking about the kid who donated like a kidney to him, and stuff like that, right? But anyway, what they ended up, they all had this message like, be kind. Yeah. Just be kind. And if you take anything from this concert, you know, the energy that you take from the concert, go out and do something good in the world. Loved that, man.
It was
Loved
great.
I took something from that as well. I thought, yeah, that's what music should be. You put something out that gives people energy to do something with their life.
Totally, man. It was great. I mean, it's about 4 hours long as well, so it was kind of...
Yeah, it was magic.
It was kind of... greatest 4 hours ever, man. I could have been in an exam, you know. But, no, it was great. And they've got another one coming out. What's it called again? It's just like the one with Martin Scorsese, who's like produced it.
That looks brilliant. That's about 4 hours as well, right?
That's about 4 hours as well, yeah.
Perfect.
But yeah, so the Grateful Dead night will be on the 22nd, and hopefully it's selling really well, and I think there'll be quite a lot of people there. And even if there's not, it doesn't matter. It'll be good fun.
It's a funny one because folk like our age and I don't know loads of people that like the Grateful Dead.
No.
It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Well, my girlfriend thought they were a heavy metal band. It was like, yeah, we were doing a Grateful Dead night.
When I was little, I thought, when I heard the name Jimi Hendrix, I imagined a big fat white guy. And then I heard Purple Haze for the first time, and I saw the cover as well. Like someone put it on for me because I was asking about Jimi Hendrix. I said that my guitar teacher had been trying to teach me it, but he never let me hear the song. So he just wrote down the notes on a piece of paper, and I was trying to learn it. I said something like, I'm learning the song Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze. He goes, oh, do you want to hear it? And he showed me the records, like a black guy, like that on the cover. And he put on Purple Haze, and this was like my lightning bolt moment of rock and roll. Was like I heard Purple Haze, the intro to that, and was different realm, totally different feelings than I'd ever had before. And that was me sold on rock and roll. That song, so good.
What was the thing? Were you ever into like any other music, and then you kind of one day heard something and were like,
I liked Queen and stuff like that, you know. I was kind of getting into, I quite liked that, but Jimi Hendrix was the tipping point as far as guitar music goes, and then I was getting into The Who after that, The Damned for a while, you know, a lot of punk stuff too, because I was like, you know, 10, 11, 12, really getting into guitar music. I think I got a guitar when I was 9 or 10, so it's right at that point. Extreme. You ever heard the mind Extreme?
I do remember Extreme,
That kind of stuff when I was a teenager. Metallica for a while. You like Metallica too, didn't you?
Yeah, I love Metallica. I really do love Metallica, yeah. I
did get over it, like I was about 12, after the Black Album I just never listened again.
Really?
Yeah, but until recently I started listening again. But I don't know any of the stuff after that. I know none of the material after the Black Album.
No, man. The best of Metallica. Like.
Yeah, it's the best, isn't it? All the stuff before that. Cliff Burton and stuff.
But yeah, no, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing when you kind of listen to an album and you're like, man, that's like Harvest, like Neil Young was the thing that totally, I listened to it and I was like, that's amazing. And then I was like, at that point, I think I was like, I can't remember what it was. I was like a mod at that point or something.
You were a mod?
Aye, for about like 3 months, man. Yeah.
Did you have a scooter?
No, I was too young.
Oh, fair dues.
Yeah.
What age were you, sorry?
It's like 14, 15, something like that. Yeah. I had a Fred Perry shirt and all that. That was you know.
Oh, I was big time. Chaz as well, who owns this gallery. Me and how we know each other, we used to go like clothes shopping together as teenagers. Buy like designer gear and stuff like that. Get some like Versace jeans and shit.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. Ralph Lauren and stuff.
Now look at us.
Look at us now, man. space migration?
Say that again, mate?
What's your views on space migration? You think we'll ever get off the Earth, get somewhere else?
I hope so.
It'll be alright, eh?
It'll happen at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, what do you call him? Richard Branson's already doing like space travel for about what was it, like 3 million quid or something like that.
Would you go?
Yeah, probably. If I had 3 million quid, then probably, yeah.
If you had 3 million, you'd spend it on that?
Well, no, I wouldn't go like permanently, but I'd go.
Go and check it out.
Yeah, I'd go.
Well, you could in your lifetime, like, yeah, definitely.
Well, it'd be pretty cool to go up and be like, wow, look, there's the Earth and all that. There's my gran like buying some.
That'd be magic.
Something from Jenner's and all that. Yeah,
I can see my house from here.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a weird thing, all that. Like Mars, like people saying, "Oh, we'll like move to Mars and all that kind of thing." You're like, is that gonna? Will that ever happen?
Earth's perfect, man, and Mars looks pretty dry and shit. Everyone makes a big deal about Mars. It's like, it looks shit. If there was a place on Earth like Mars, you wouldn't go there.
Why do you mean like?
If it was just down the road, you just wouldn't go.
No, it's just red. And
Mars is down there. Oh, fuck it. So? Mars. I like Earth. I'm gonna start looking after it.
Well, that's it, man. Yeah, I don't know. No, I haven't really thought about it because I don't have the money. Because you have to like, I know you can go. You can't go to the moon, but you can go up in a big rocket and all that.
I might speak to John about that later. Actually, speak to about going to the moon and things. I have a lot of dreams. I'm on the moon and stuff like that. I think it'd be interesting to go. Yeah. I don't think it's better than Earth, but having spent so much time on Earth, I'd take a look from the moon.
You go and have a wander about on the moon?
I think I would. Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
You know, if the opportunity came up and if it made sense. It'd be later on, once my kids had grown up and that, and I didn't really have much else to do. I would either retire to an opium den, or I'd go to the moon.
That's the same thing, man. Really, isn't it? Like, yeah.
One way or another, I'd go to the moon. You know, check it out. I think I might too. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, there's all this talk of people going on these like missions, like live on another, like set up a thing on another planet.
Yeah. And that's another thing. If the human race does go to another galaxy or something to live, right? It's going to take a long time getting there. This is what it's inherent in the name podcast, right? I imagine everyone going in little pods together, you know, like fish through space. They've all got their individual things, right? And they're all going these little pods to another place to live, but it'll take ages to get there. It's going to take a long time. You'll need stuff like this, just people chatting for like episodic stuff with people like talking about time on Earth and that, to make you nostalgic before you get to the next place. We talk about the best aspects.
I've made a mistake, man. Son, let's get back down there. Like, Neighbours is on.
Well, that's the thing. Maybe they'll watch Neighbours as well, but they might want a bit of chat. You know, something to come for them on their journey. So to all you pod people, hello. Enjoy yourselves in your new galaxy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a weird thing, but yeah, I don't know. I've not really thought enough about it. I'm just gonna like sit it out here for a while.
Well, there's that. You know, you might want chat. You probably maybe listen to some Grateful Dead. Your little pod with loads of other people. You know, side by side, they're all listening to their own thing. Some people have like Kylie.
Yeah.
They listen to Kylie.
Yeah, go and shut up. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm just thinking, sorry, cut this bit out. So I think, yeah.
It's alright, take some time to think, man.
Yeah. Is that another wee camera up on the top there?
Could be actually, man. Yeah, that is a little camera. It's for something else.
Alright, okay. Why don't you talk about that Summer Love thing or something?
Have we mentioned that?
Have we already mentioned that?
We've got a Summer of Love gig coming up. Yeah. Should we talk about that?
Am I playing at that?
I don't think. Well, the Miracle Glass is playing, definitely.
Oh, right.
I think you should come along, at the very least.
I'll come along to it, at least.
Come and enjoy.
Yeah.
As far as I can see, they're going to have like... Chaz, I mean, it's funny. Summer of Love's one of these things. As a kid, I always thought like... I watched like the Woodstock movie.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Is that happening now? And it's not happening now, really. In some respects, as you go to a festival and you have some experiences like that.
Yeah.
But it's not really like that. But there's that desire to make that happen, this kind of golden age stuff. And not that the 60s, I don't think it was a golden age, because if you look back at what was going on, people were being drafted to Vietnam and there was all kinds of horrific stuff going on at the time too, just like there is now.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, they tried to have these peak moments together. You know, these gigs, which is what we're still trying to do, and that's why I like the idea of doing a Summer of Love. Every summer should be a Summer of Love, but because it's a 50-year anniversary, it's a good time to really try and make it happen. Yeah, and there's so much fucking shit in the world that you know, it feels at the moment like it could all go up in smoke at any moment. So probably a little bit how I felt back then too. Yeah. So I think it's a good time.
Yeah, so no, I think that's like having all these gigs and that's a good thing. And I've been at a few gigs recently where it's been great. There's been a great atmosphere. There's not this kind of, I don't know. I went to Glastonbury for years. The last time I went, I always loved it. I always had a great time at Glastonbury, but it was getting a bit big, you know, for me. And I was like, I don't know about this. But I went to Sneaky Pete's the other day and saw a band called Promised Land Sound, who John Mackenzie said I should go and check out. It was brilliant. It was great. It was like they sound really 60s, but it was just in a kind of small venue, and everyone's kind of getting really into it. And you know, there was like these big wig out jams and all that kind of thing. You know, I thought that's just pretty cool. And you need that. You need all these kind of like releases. You know, I was just sitting there with a pint, like getting right into them. But yeah, no, I think like having a wee Summer of Love festival, and that's great. It's a good idea. It'd be good to do something. They should do something in the Meadows. They should have like a kind of. I know they have like the Meadows Festival, but they should have like a kind of. It'd be good to get somebody with a generator and a wee stage, like, and everyone just gets up in place, and then without the council or the police shutting it down, you know, that'd be great.
Well, you can't guarantee they won't shut it down if you're just going to show up with a generator and do it, you know. But I like that idea. I think you should hire a generator and just show up places and do the gig quick enough that you can get out in time before anyone says anything about it.
Well, that's like what.
Be well up for that. You could do it down the beach as well.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this later, actually.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, it's Record Store Day next
week.
Next week.
It's the day of the Grateful Dead gig.
Which is the day it's the 22nd of April.
And you'll be in the store all day, Voxbox?
I'll be in Voxbox all day, but they're over the road in the Antiquary and the Last Word. There'll be like a day of bands. It'll be good, and it's always good. For some reason, we always get good weather. I say that now, and it'll like be a thunderstorm, but we always have really good weather, and there's bands playing all day. It's a really good vibe and all that kind of thing. Even if it's like you're not into buying records or that, it's a good thing to do. And it kind of makes everyone kind of get together. Yeah. There's a lot of booze involved, like, you know, which is probably why everyone has such a good time.
Could be.
But yeah, but it's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they do have a good shame there's not a lot of pot involved.
What are the
if they had like a little legal fucking street in Edinburgh where you could smoke pot and
well,
buy
if they're going
records.
to do it anywhere, St. Stephen's Street would be the place.
St. Stephen.
Yeah, it would be the place.
Yeah.
Because that was like the Bohemian centre of Edinburgh.
Is that right?
There's an amazing. If you've ever been to the Bailey pub, there's a photo of I think it's like 1969 or 1970, and there's like a little archway, which is still there, which has got like fresh meat or something like that, fresh meat and salad or whatever, something weird like that. But it's like 1969. They've got all the kind of local characters, but they're all on St. Stephen's Street, and they all just look like Pigpen, McKernan or something. They're all just like hippies and all that kind of thing, you know. And Nico used to live on that street. That's the kind of like claim to fame from the Velvet Underground. And there was a club there, and I think it was called Cinderella's. Yeah. I know there was a few of them, but from the people I spoke to, they were just like, it was amazing. There was all these like amazing people there, and like bands playing and stuff like that, you know. And it's still got this kind of weird. It's a weird atmosphere down there. It's great. It's cool. It's really cool. There's a power cut. I was in work the other day, and there was a power cut, and it's kind of like everyone kind of came together. Like I went over to like the Antiquary, and I got like free Japanese food and all that kind of thing. And just there's a kind of weird. There's still this kind of weird thing in the air.
Still going.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to. I mean, a lot of the people that live there have lived there since like the 60s, so they're all like kind of old hippies and that, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. So records, so they should be a bit of a to do, like.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think we are going on record store there. Miracle Glass is doing like we're doing something maybe in Ayr, something in Glasgow. So we're doing like a small tour.
Oh, I heard about this, yeah.
Right, and then we've got to come and sound check for the Grateful Dead, and then we'll do the Grateful Dead thing at night. So that'll be a busy day. So I might not even see many records that day, but you know.
Yeah.
And it's Soul Train the night before, which I might go to actually
Oh,
at the Studio 24. You know, Soul Train.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, Saturday will be great, man.
It's going to be good. And the day before is 420, which is like National Enjoyment Day or something, so it sounds good.
Yeah.
Are
you doing something for 420? Are you going to
I am actually. I'm going to go and play dominoes at Johnny's as far as I know.
Yeah.
That's the plan, yeah.
Nice one. Yeah, how many gigs are you doing with Miracle Glass?
3 on Record Store Day, I think, and then we're doing Grateful Dead the night, so it's a 4-gig day.
Right.
For myself.
Man, you'll be
2 sets for the Grateful Dead as well, you know.
Yeah, you'll be
each song is a gig, you know, like a 9-minute jam or 10-minute jam.
Great, that'll be brilliant. What a great day.
I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, we start rehearsal for that at the start of the year.
Yeah.
It'll be brilliant.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Definitely, man. Looking forward to it.
That was nice, Andy.
Well, thanks, man.
Thank you very much for having me on.
All right.
I'll
have you on again, man. I just wanted to kick it off this way because we found the place at the same time, kebab in hand. Got to hang out here. I thought it was a great place.
Yeah.
Thanks to Chaz Williams, obviously. We'll have an associated
I can
playlist.
hear him upstairs.
Sure will.
Yeah.
We'll have an associated playlist of some of the things that we chatted about and all that.
Jim Sullivan,
Jim Sullivan, we'll try and get that on.
Yeah, Nick Drake, Pink Moon.
Definitely. We'll sort that out together, and that's it. I guess we're just winging it. That's episode 1 of
our
podcast.
Turn that camera off.
All right.